Intel just reached a major milestone in the area of quantum computing. So, what is quantum computing, you ask? And why is it so important? Well, as you probably know, semiconductor chips are used in practically everything. And the integrated components on semiconductor chips are getting so small that they are reaching the boundaries of physics. Not to mention, the most advanced chips are very power hungry. Also, the manufacturing plants for semiconductor chip companies are so expensive that even governments have to help pay for them. That was recently done in the United States when President Biden signed the $52 billion CHIPS Act. Well, quantum computing is another type of device and calculation combination that can reach beyond where the current semiconductor technology can go. It is still a ways off. But engineers are seeing the limits of where traditional semiconductor chips can take us. So, big technology companies like Google and Intel are preparing for the era of quantum computing. What does it mean for semiconductor companies? What does it mean for electronic products? What does it mean for consumers? What does it mean for the US economy? And what does it mean for the future of the United States? But before we get into all of that, please hit the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of future videos when they are released. In a nutshell, quantum computing is a new paradigm for computation. Instead of tiny electrical charges in semiconductors, it uses the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations. Quantum computers can be used in taking large manufacturing datasets. And they can basically run circles around the current semiconductor-based computer chips. As you might imagine, the legacy computer and chip companies have a vested interest in the future of computers. Intel recently demonstrated how to manufacture quantum dot arrays, an essential building block of a quantum computer. The Intel lab demonstrated the highest reported yield and uniformity to date. Yield is highly important because it is the basis for profitability in a manufacturing environment. The Intel lab is located at Ronler Acres in Hillsboro, Oregon. This achievement represents a major milestone for scaling and fabricating quantum chips. The new fabrication technique uses Intel's transistor manufacturing processes. The research was the second generation of Intel's silicon spin test chip. Quantum computers need to be extremely cold in order to operate. This research milestone is a crucial step necessary to actually mass manufacture quantum computers. Intel continues to make progress toward manufacturing silicon spin qubits using its own transistor manufacturing technology, said James Clark, director of quantum hardware at Intel. In the future, we will continue to improve the quality of these devices and develop larger-scale systems, with these steps serving as building blocks to help us advance quickly, Clark said. But the existing semiconductor business is going through a rocky period. Intel reported a massive revenue and earnings miss last week. They blamed macroeconomic conditions. Nvidia missed their revenue target by over $1 billion and their earnings target by 55%. AMD reported disappointing earnings as well. Micron reported negative free cash flow and warned of a challenging market ahead. The real problem is a lack of what are called commodity chips. In other words, there is a shortage of cheap semiconductor chips. But there is a surplus of expensive semiconductor chips. Cheap semiconductor chips are typically used in household appliances, cars, and other smaller items with minimal computational requirements. These cheap semiconductor chips cost anywhere from about 50 cents to about $5. Cheap semiconductor chips are manufactured using technologies and production facilities that are 20 to 25 years old. Cheap semiconductor chips are still an important part of every semiconductor company's business. But, as you might imagine, most semiconductor manufacturers make little profit on these older product lines. Many semiconductor companies would like their customers to move to more advanced technology and buy more expensive chips. This would enable them to shut down their older and less profitable manufacturing lines. The most advanced semiconductor chips cost hundreds of dollars each. AMD Ryzen 9 has a list price of $699. Intel Core i9 costs $549. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti is priced at $700, for example. Marginal profitability of older lines is not the only problem with cheap semiconductor chips. Semiconductor chips that cost only a few dollars or even pennies can disrupt the manufacturing of a $50,000 car, for example. The worldwide automotive industry generated $2.86 trillion in revenue in 2021. Each and every car uses hundreds of chips these days. And that number will increase to over 1,500 as self-driving vehicles make their debut. That will increase dependence of the automotive industry on chip supply in the semiconductor industry. Home appliance manufacturers also suffer from the undersupply of cheap semiconductor chips. Overall, the average price per semiconductor chip sold will snowball as more chips are designed into consumer products. Of course, that will increase prices of consumer devices, including cars and home appliances. Way warned. But, what do you think? Please leave a comment below and hit the like button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.